I decided to do a Prezi on authentic leadership. Authentic leadership is defined as that it focuses on whether the leader is genuine and real. So there's a couple focuses that we are going to look at. We're going to look at the viewpoints, approaches, how it works, strengths, weaknesses, and application. Viewpoints. So there are multiple definitions that came from these three viewpoints. First one, intrapersonal. Intrapersonal is what goes on with the leader. This can include their self-knowledge, their self-regulation, and their self-concept. Interpersonal is their interaction between the followers and is relational. So there is authenticity between the leaders and the followers, back and forth, both ways. The next one is developmental. Authenticity can be nurtured in the leader over time and that it is not fixed. So you can, if you're not very authentic, you can certainly become that. Has components. That includes the self-awareness, the internal moral perspective, balanced processing, and relational transparency. Next thing we're going to look at are the approaches. So there are two different approaches. One's practical and one's theoretical. Practical is based off of real-life examples, training that you can take, and possibly reading literature that's developmental. Now, Bill George came up with his 5 characteristics of his own that he thinks authentic leaders are. First one is passion and purpose. So these leaders are passionate individuals who have a deep-seated interest in what they are doing and truly care about their work. Behavior and values. So, behavior and values, they have a clear idea of who they are, where they're going, and what the right thing to do is. The next one is the relationship and connectedness. This is when they are willing to share their own story with others and also listen to the stories of other people. The next one is self-discipline and consistency. So during stressful times, self-discipline allows a leader to remain cool, calm, and consistent in their choices and how they always act. Compassion and heart. So compassion refers to being sensitive to the plight of others, opening oneself to others, and being willing to help them. Theoretical. So theoretical is based off the findings from social science research. And it has 4 major components. The first one being self-awareness. Self-awareness includes reflecting on the leader is reflecting on their core values, their identity, their emotions, the motives, the goals, and coming to grips and understanding who they really are at their deepest level. The next one is internalized moral perspective. So this is like a self-regulatory process where the individual uses their internal moral standards and values to guide their behavior and how they allow outside pressures to control them. This can mean group or society pressures. The next one is balanced processing. So this refers to an individual's ability to analyze information objectively and explore other people's opinions before making a decision. So they're not quick to jump in, and they avoid the whole favoritism and try to stay unbiased. Relational transparency means that they are always open and honest in presenting themselves as true to everyone else. They don't try to put like a mask on or anything or try to be different. Other factors that impact are confidence, hope, optimism, and resilience. So confidence is that just being able to believe in one's own ability to accomplish a task. Hope is when they have goals that they know they can be accomplished. Optimism is just viewing everything in a positive light. And resilience is being able to recover from and adjust to all different types of situations. So how does it work? Well, I pulled this out of Northouse because I felt like that explained perfectly how authentic leadership works. And it says, authentic leadership is a complex process that emphasizes the development of qualities that help leaders to be perceived as trustworthy and believable by their followers. So that's the whole point. It's just being trustworthy. So it has some strengths and weaknesses. So some strengths are that it fulfills the need for trustworthy leadership. It provides guidelines for those that want to become authentic leaders. It has explicit moral dimension, and it has authentic values and behaviors that can be developed because they're not fixed. And it also can be measured by the Authentic Leadership Questionnaire. So it has some weak points. So since it's fairly new research, it's still in the formative stage, and there are still many questions about it. Moral component is not fully explained. Question whether positive psychological capacities should be included in it. And will it work for this new generation that we have, the millennials? It's not clear on how it results in a positive organizational outcome. So how do we apply it? So the best thing you can do is understand you're a lifelong learner, that you don't become authentic overnight, that it takes time. Do the right thing. Leaders should be honest with themselves and others around them. And they should be sensitive to those critical life events because those things can really impact you becoming authentic. And I thank you for watching my Prezi.